So hey anime fans, the series name is What If Naruto Had Power of Brook in One Piece. So let's start the series. Minato Namikaze and his spouse, Kushina Uzumaki, were training their daughter, Yuzum Namikaze Uzumaki, in their circle of relatives' patterns and how to manipulate the electricity of the nine-tailed fox's chakra. Very well, Yuzum, said Minato as he dispatched some other shadow clone to his daughter. Keep at it. Unbeknownst to the own family, a couple of cerulean eyes became watching them with bloodless unhappiness. The one's eyes belonged to Yuzum's twin brother, Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki. Whilst the nine-tailed fox attacked, the 033 Hokage had sacrificed himself to seal the demon fox's chakra and soul into separate bodies. Yuzum changed into given its chakra and Naruto was given its soul, ever on the grounds that then, Yuzum turned into given praised whilst Naruto wasn't given something in any respect. Will I ever discover happiness? Asked Naruto. You'll find it, Naruto, stated a bellowing, ragged voice. You okay, Kurama? Asked Naruto. Naruto met the soul of the demon fox, Kurama, when he was 5 years vintage, and over the duration of 2 years, the both of them had ended up close friends. Kurama knew he couldn't hide his illness any longer. Package, said Kurama, trying to settle his respiration. Similar to everybody, I cannot live without chakra. My frame slightly has enough chakra to regulate the seal. I might not stay to peer the following morning with you. Naruto changed into bowled over and sat in that his most effective buddy that changed into with him for 7 years became going to die. In case you die, stated Naruto as tears welled in his eyes. What is going to happen to me? Kurama couldn't deal with seeing the best mortal that he considered as a touch brother so disappointed. So he came up with a solution. I am going to speak to the Shinigami, said the fox. I'm going to see if he can update me with 9 other souls. I understand that they may not be like me, but I'm not leaving you by myself. Naruto, I've continually loved you as if you have been my own kid. Naruto couldn't keep again his tears, knowing that he became surely going to lose the most effective individual he taken into consideration own family, even supposing it changed into a demon. Could you study a few stories for me, son? Requested Kurama. Certain thing, father, said Naruto as he started reading an e-book from his shelf. Later that night, Naruto found himself in his mindscape that he and Kurama had constructed. Naruto appeared around and noticed the massive red fox earlier than him, his one and handiest friend. Howdy there, son, said the fox as blood dripped from his mouth. Kurama became borderlining death, as blood changed into dripping from his mouth and his respiration changed into ragged in a quick tempo. Even his skin was faded sufficient to turn the fox's fur right into a sickly red color. Daddy, cried Naruto as he hugged the fox's paw, please do not cross. I'm sincerely sorry, Naruto, cried Kurama as he wrapped one of his tails around the kid. There may be not anything I will do to stop this. Each sob from Naruto tore at Kurama's death coronary heart as blood and tears fell from the fox's face. The Shinigami has picked the 9 souls that, so as to take my region, inside the seal, stated Kurama as he lied down. Do no longer assume that they will force you to overlook me. They're right here that will help you, assist you get through your life and train you to gain your aim. Naruto ran to hug the fox's face and sobbed into the creature's fur. I'm going to miss you, father, cried Naruto. Kurama weakly laughed and said, I'll miss you too, son. The fox closed his eyes as its closing breath left his lungs, drifting off into everlasting shut-eye. Naruto soon felt empty and cold. The blonde grew to become and noticed the very thing that not simply sealed Kurama's soul internal him, however took him away. The Shinigami, you bastard, cried Naruto as he slammed his fists against the phantom's chest. You took the simplest one I virtually considered a father far away from me. The Shinigami shook its head and mumbled something about hating its process, after which said, Naruto, I have already positioned the 9 souls inside of you. You can meet them whenever you're geared up. Naruto dried his tears and thanked the death god and vanished into his goals. Now I'm satisfied that I made that address, Kurama, stated the Shinigami. That kid will need a circle of relatives to hold him from breaking. The next morning, Naruto went into one of the forests that surrounded the village with a kunai. The boy started out to carve into the tree, and when he finished the facet of the tree, now examine. Here lies Kurama, the spirit of the 9-tailed fox. Even though he was a demon, he was usually a father, As Naruto spoke a prayer, a voice broke the silence. Hello, stated the voice, is someone there? Naruto grew to become and rose to appear a pink-haired girl. Am I able to help you, Sakura? Asked Naruto. Catching the lady's interest, Naruto knew that the girl turned into Sakura Haruno. Certainly one of his sister's pals, sure, stated Sakura on foot up to Naruto. She changed into continually curious about Uzum's dual brother, Naruto. But Uzum might always talk terrible approximately him. I was thinking what you had been doing out right here. Sakura saw the burning incense and found out what she had accomplished. I'm paying my admire to my father, stated Naruto. Sakura was pressured as she had just visited the fourth Hokage not too long ago. Sure, my organic father is still alive, stated Naruto with a solemn look on his face. But he become never the like Kurama was. Naruto quickly advised Sakura approximately however on the grounds that Uzum had made contact with the fox's chakra at the age of 4, and how his dad and mom had disregarded him in prefer of his duel. He then explained how he met the fox's soul and became quick pals only to lose him. He became usually the daddy I wanted, said Naruto as he stared on the makeshift shrine, a person to mention what's up son. I'm happy with you or I'm right here for you champ, or maybe help pick me up after I've fallen. My real father had by no means accomplished anything like that. However, Kurama was constantly there on every occasion I needed him the most. Sakura's parents were hiding inside the trees and heard everything that had befell and had been saddened. A child's mother and father ignored him in favor of the other infant, inflicting that toddler to view the soul of a dangerous demon as circle of relatives and to lose this sort of connection. Each dad and mom jumped down from the tree and earlier than Naruto could run off. Sakura's father said, now hold on. We do not want to hurt you Namikaze-san. Sakura's mother enveloped the blonde boy in a hug and hummed a lullaby in the boy's ears. Naruto, stated Sakura's father, I do not know how the nine-tailed fox's soul handled you. However, after pay attention about your ache, I'm positive you'll omit him. Sakura's mom let Naruto cross from the hug and stated, if you ever want something don't be afraid to drop through. Naruto hugged each parents after which hugged Sakura. Thank all a lot Haruno-san, stated Naruto. Please, call me Kizashi, said Sakura's father, and that is my spouse, Mabuki. Naruto hugged the Haruno's circle of relatives once more and then left. I'm hoping that the kid may be alright, said Kizashi as he watched the boy disappear into the shrubbery. Even though Kurama was the demon fox, stated Mabuki as she prayed on the shrine, I am sure that even he had a coronary heart to assist the boy while he ought to. Just then, Sakura had a notion. Daddy, said Sakura, if the fox's soul passed on, what's going to take place to Naruto? Each parents wanted to say that the boy could be very well. However, either of them had the heart to mention that both Kurama's and Naruto's lives had been connected. We can simply pray that matters will turn out okay, said Mabuki, returned at the Namikaze property. Naruto watched as his parents had another time overlooked his plea of having them educate him and ship him to his room. Naruto was remembering how the Harunos had presented consolation to him. I'm surely going to overlook Kurama, said Naruto as he lied on his mattress, watching the clean ceiling. I'm sure he's looking out for me, anywhere he is. The boy quickly felt a tug in his thoughts and decided to go into his mindscape and meet the brand new tenants. Naruto entered his mindscape and noticed that he became status on a ship within the center of the sea. He couldn't consider what he became seeing. However, his mind had been interrupted while he heard footsteps. Naruto grew to become round and noticed a group that consisted of a straw hat sporting boy and his young adults, a green-haired man with 3 swords, a girl with orange hair and a tattoo on her left arm by way of the shoulder, a protracted-nosed boy, a person in a black fit with shiny blonde hair, a blue-nosed deer sporting pink shorts and a crimson hat, a lady wearing a crimson outfit, a man with a metallic nose and big forearms wearing not anything but a tropical shirt and a blue Speedo, the horror, and a skeleton with a black afro carrying a ragged pink fit that confirmed his ribs. So you guys are the new tenants? Asked Naruto as he received a nod from the group. Name's Monkey D. Luffy, said the straw hat sporting boy. Roronoa Zolo, stated the green-haired man. Nami, stated the woman with the tattoo. I am Usopp, said the lengthy-nosed boy as he puffed out his chest. The call's Sanji, said the blonde-haired man. Tony Chopper, said the deer because it converted into an infant-like hybrid of guy and beast. I'm Nico Robin, said the lady in the pink outfit. I'm Frankie, stated the person with the metal nose as he got right into a pose where his forearms were over his head and touching every other. And you have to be our incredible host. I'm Brook, said the skeleton, bowing. Your reminiscences have virtually touched my heart with such unhappiness. Although I do not have a heart, yo-ho-ho-ho. Skull joke. Naruto became completely greatly surprised as he stated the only aspect that was on his mind. Holy crap. A talking skeleton. Naruto soon felt a couple of arms wrap themselves round his body and noticed that their palms protruding of his shoulders. Loosen up, Naruto-san, said Robin together with her hands crossed in an fashionable, yet unusual way. What you see before you are our powers that you will inherit from most people. The institution then validated their powers and abilities, an awful lot to Naruto's amazement. The simplest down aspect is that you may not swim, stated Brook, handiest for Naruto to shrug his shoulders. I will always walk on water as soon as I get the method down, stated the blonde boy. The institution advised Naruto approximately how they reacted as they watched his memories and decided that if he wanted any help to simply allow them to now, despite the fact that he misplaced his father-parent, he received a new family that simply cherished him. He had never been any happier. 5 years had handed because Naruto had met the Straw Hat Pirates and Naruto's lifestyles changed into going desirable in the intervening time. After Assembly Sakura and her circle of relatives, Naruto became quick pals with the crimson-haired Banshee and had become someone vital to the Harunos. He could frequently spend a number of his free time with them and get advice from both Kizashi and Mabuki on his education regimen. After some time, Naruto advised the Harunos about his new tenets and the powers he inherited from them, which best made his training even more excessive. After the Harunos, Naruto became speedy pals with others, which include the Nara clan, the Akimichi extended family, and the Inuzuka extended family. Naruto also got a knowledge of his new powers and skills over the one's 5 years. Naruto has educated in mystery in each the ninja arts and his powers from the Straw Hats. Naruto's talents have been above different prodigies like Neji Hyuga and Sasuke Uchiha. Despite the fact that he became still overshadowed by using Uzum, Naruto's dating with his organic family never stepped forward, only worsened, even earlier than Kurama had exceeded. Uzum became mean closer to Naruto as her ego was massive enough to rival an Uchiha's. She could show off all of the skills she found out from her family by the usage of Naruto as goal exercise. Naruto's dad and mom nonetheless neglected him and driven him apart. But what made it worse changed into that they not only allow Uzum sign the Toad agreement earlier than either of the twins had been in the academy, however gave his title as clan heir to Uzum. The best person in Naruto's own family that objected to the concept was his mother, Kushina. However, she changed into quickly overruled by means of the fact approximately Uzum being stronger than Naruto. Kushina at the least had higher odds of redeeming herself than the opposite. Naruto never eased up on his education, now not even when he were given into the academy. What he gained from the academy had handiest in addition progressed his competencies. Usopp had helped him improve his throwing accuracy, as Robin helped him together with his research. Naruto's nickname changed into Straw Hat Sniper as his accuracy rivaled the Jonin's, and he changed into Never Visible without his fortunate straw hat. Naruto's mystery training turned into by no means regarded through all and sundry within the village apart from the ones he had sworn to secrecy. Zoro and Hate Gekko had taught him the Santorio style and Kenjutsu respectively, with both instructors giving him the name Straw Hat Samurai. Sanji had taught Naruto his combating fashion, which Naruto dubbed chef-style taijutsu, a taijutsu fashion that focuses on agility and the usage of one's feet as a sole form of offense and defense. Would possibly Guy and Frankie help Naruto teach in his mech form as well as physical conditioning? Shikamaru and his father, Shikaku, helped Naruto along with his gum style, blossom fashion, and weather style as well as war techniques. The Inuzuka clan helped Naruto with his fox powers that he obtained from Chopper, combining his personal powers with a number of Kurama's energies that have been left at the back of. Naruto genuinely had both Ibiki and Anko teach him with Soul fashion and preserve it a secret from all people, and Kurenai trained him in his Genjutsu art, song fashion. Naruto had additionally unlocked his Haki whilst he saved Hinata from being abducted, which soon led to a wedding agreement between the two. Naruto quickly have become the Straw Hat prodigy as his talents quickly rivaled Itachi's and Kakashi's. Of course, no one needed to recognize about that. Naruto and his crew, which consisted of Sasuke, Uchiha and Uzum, had passed the real Genin check and were on the Hokage's office. "Daddy," cried Uzum, "whilst are we getting an actual undertaking?" Crew 7, led via Kakashi Hatake, had simply captured the demon Hellcat, Tora, and even Naruto changed into itching to do something else other than doing a little lazy villager's chores. I remember the fact that you are keen to reveal off your skills, stated Minato. However, you cannot be equipped for a higher ranked task. Earlier than Uzum ought to throw a tantrum. Naruto stepped in and stated, Hokage-sama, we've got carried out sufficient D-ranked missions to be relied on with a low C-rank project. At least deliver us a hazard to now not handiest prove our well-worth. However, improve our skills as nicely. Minato sighed at his personal son calling him Hokage-sama, despite the fact that all genin group needed to have a few stage of professionalism. Minato had predicted a few slack from his own children. Uzum could generally address him as dad, daddy, or even father. However, Naruto could generally cope with him as sir or Hokage-sama. Why do you have to be this way, Naruto? Thought Minato as he regretted no longer giving Naruto as plenty attention as he did with Uzum. Why do you in no way name me father or even dad at any time, ever given that getting to know approximately Naruto's secret education from his ANBU? Minato and Kushina commenced thinking why Naruto could teach via himself or with others from outside of his personal extended family. Minato had idea about confronting Naruto about this secret, but he quickly commenced to worry of the effects. Both he and Kushina admitted that they ought to have targeted education both youngsters in place of favoring Uzum just due to the fact she had the fox's chakra. He even concept that Naruto's mindset turned into a few shape of karma from taking some of Naruto's birthrights and giving them to Uzum. The worst part of all of it was that neither discerned new aspect approximately Naruto aside from his fortunate hat and his abilities. He had some of the ANBU comply with Naruto in his day-to-day existence, with a number of them reporting that Naruto prays at a makeshift shrine inside the woods, while others got here again with luggage of ice on their privates, or even cringing on the concept of going back to watching Naruto. Have we simply pushed Naruto that a ways from us? Minato notion as he seemed back into the beyond, sensei, said Kakashi, snapping Minato out of his thoughts. Our task? Minato blinked and stated, alright, Team 7, your task is to escort a bridge builder again domestic inside the land of waves. Please bring inside the consumer. A lightly under the influence of alcohol guy entered the workplace and sized group 7 up and stated, so my bodyguards consist of a cyclops, a purple-haired brat, some other brat with a tree department up his ass, and a kid with a straw hat, cool hat with the aid of the manner. Naruto grinned as he turned into the best one who wasn't insulted as Group 7 and their patron left the village. Minato quickly back home with a heavy thoughts and noticed his spouse within the kitchen. How turned into work these days, dear? Asked Kushina and saw the appearance on her husband's face. Thinking about Naruto again? Kushina had also idea about the little blonde boy they dismissed to teach their daughter. Yeah, said Minato as he let loose a sigh. I just sent the children on their first C-rank undertaking. A body protect project for a bridge builder from the wave. Kushina set the desk for dinner as tonight become the first night time of dinner between just the two of them. Do you doubt the crew's skills? Asked Kushina. No, I don't, stated Minato as he sat on the dinner desk. What I do doubt is how we have treated our personal kids. I doubt what we have accomplished as nicely, stated Kushina as she located the bowls of ramen on the desk. Kushina considered herself fortunate that Naruto at least talks to her, albeit little or no, however it become a begin. She had in no way seen him at his own birthday events, despite him carrying the straw hat. However, on the other hand, whilst have I ever visible him? Kushina idea as she remembered all of the times she had seen him. That's proper, each time he asked to train or pass someplace. Kushina needed multiple fingers to matter the statistics about Uzum, but simplest one for Naruto. Am I that terrible as a mom? Kushina asked herself. After finishing their ramen, Minato and his wife determined to go to the little shrine Naruto goes to. When they had arrived, the mother and father saw that Naruto became just these days there as the incense becomes still burning. Kushina examined the inscription on the tree and paled. Kushina, said Minato, what is incorrect? Kushina pointed at the markings on the tree as they study. Right here lies Kurama, the spirit of the nine-tailed fox. Even though he was a demon, he become always a father. Naruto has met the nine-tailed fox's soul, said Minato as the ultimate line felt like a low blow to him, and he views it as greater of a father than me. Minato could not understand what was earlier than him as he studied the inscription time and again. Did the soul bypass on? No, Naruto might have died by way of then. Concept Minato as his thoughts changed into jumbled up from what was going on. Did Naruto and the fox end up one? What took place to Naruto? Kushina felt the tears roll down her face as she scolded herself for turning her only son away and prompted him to build a bond among the very fox that turned into as soon as sealed. Inner of her, how may want to we've carried out this? Cried Kushina as she curled herself into a ball. Minato didn't have the answer, as he was scolding himself for being so blind. I see you discovered the shrine, stated a voice. Minato and Kushina regarded and noticed Sakura. Inform me, Sakura, stated Minato, hiding the concern in his voice. Has the soul of the nine-tailed fox virtually surpassed? Sakura nodded and instructed the Namakazes about how she had Ino pass into Naruto's mind and indeed the fox become gone. Naruto usually visits this shrine he made for Kurama before his day begins, said Sakura. You must have visible the look of devastation that I noticed him with on that day. How is Naruto still alive then? Requested Kushina. I am sorry, stated Sakura as she became to go away. That isn't for me to say. You must truly educate Yuzum a few humility. After Sakura had left, Minato picked up his spouse and the two of them left, however now not earlier than making a promise to restore what they've damaged. Naruto watched from outside of Haku's ice dome as Sasuke and Yuzum become struggling towards the hunter ninja. Naruto then noticed through the thick mist and noticed Kakashi's fight with Zabuza. Kakashi-sensei is all right in the meantime. Concept the blonde knowing that Kakashi can easily handle himself. However, my teammates should us arrest. Naruto used the substitution method and switched locations with each Yuzum and Sasuke. Haku become confused approximately this new fighter that had entered her ice dome and requested, why did you turn places with them? Naruto checked out the hunter ninja and said for two motives. 1. The combat changed into getting dull, what with it being one-sided. 2. I want to check my power to honor my father's final desire, to end up robust by myself 2 toes and defend those I keep dear. Haku began her assault on Naruto, only to soon discover that the majority of her Sanban needles made touch in a sleek, but weird searching fashion. Don't inform me you're a one-trick pony, said Naruto as he crossed his hands. Haku felt the unusual pressure preserve her arms out, legs nevertheless, and made her hand incapable of performing any seals or grasping any Sanban. She seemed round her, and was surprised to see a couple of pairs of arms retaining her in region. Is this some form of genjutsu? Haku concept as she struggled to interrupt free. That is no genjutsu if that is what you had been questioning, said Naruto together with his hands nevertheless crossed, and to be sincere, I didn't even assume that my blossom fashion, does prison floors asterisk jutsu might paintings on you. Oh properly. Haku watched as more hands seemed from all over her frame, blossom style, said Naruto because the fist closed, Dix epines floors asterisk jutsu. Haku felt all forms of pain from the assault as the hands unleashed their fury. The 4 arms at her aspects threw punch after punch, aiming at her gut, palms, breasts, and thighs as the 4 arms on her again had given her the maximum painful of all wedgies. The closing hands have been playing a tug-of-battle sport with her hair as they pulled from side to side. Haku then felt her undies start to reduce into her, as she feeling like she would be sliced in twain with the aid of the very cloth. Haku had no choice however to get out of her ice mirrors and dispel the jutsu with the fingers following. You and Zabuza ought to forestall preventing, said Naruto. Looks as if your organization now not cares about paying to each of you. Haku dispelled the hidden misjutsu to show to anyone a short man and a mob of thugs at the foot of the bridge. Haku soon heard the clacking sound of bones. Soul style, stated Naruto as fog rolled in. Zumbito Cementerio asterisk jutsu. The fog absolutely enveloped the bridge and became even thicker than the hidden misjutsu. Haku quickly felt a kick back as she heard the boy that became there sing. Zabuza looked all around the area for the voice, but he couldn't locate it. Kakashi turned into searching round as properly to as a minimum tried to see what became going on. Is that this some form of genjutsu? Asked Kakashi as the singing persevered. Binkasa no sake wa, Tadoka na yukuyo, Yumikes kimikes namimikes, Shio no emo quida, Yahi emo sawagu, Sora naya wa wakaku, Torai no yuda. Sasuke was trying to see through the jutsu with his Sharingan eyes, however saw that he became having problems. Yuzum was furious that her weakling brother should pull off the sort of jutsu. Why is that dobe singing? Requested Yuzum as she scrunched her face in anger. Sayonara Minato, Sumuji no Sato yo, Dan to Ichi Yudo, Funade no Yuda, Kimpajimpa emo Shibuki ni Kit, Oritaka Yukuzo. Umi no Kujiri. Gato iced up in terror as he saw a shadow within the fog seam. It had the equal straw hat the boy from in advance had and the same blonde hair. He turned into keeping an unmarried blade. Yo ho ho ho, 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 yo ho ho ho. Naruto slowly slid the blade into its sheath because the fog lifted, displaying the thugs that Gato had hired. Unmarried blade technique. Graveyard dance, stated Naruto because the sword clicked closed. Blood sprayed from sword wounds at the thugs as each of them fell over lifeless and bloody puddles. Everyone became taken aback beyond belief. One lone toddler took down a military of thugs by using an abnormal genjutsu and a sword. Truly the percentages have been towards Naruto. However, he pulled off the impossible. Naruto had taken down a navy without a great deal effort. All people stared at Naruto, and shortly noticed that Gato's head just slid right off, causing blood to spray everywhere. The mob of villagers let out a cry of freedom as Gato's body fell into the puddle of blood. They had been free now, on the bridge builder's residence. Anyone was celebrating their freedom whilst Naruto noticed Zabuza motioning him to comply with. At a field, the night air changed into warm compared to the dread that Naruto felt. Kid, stated Zabuza, I need you and Haku to know something. On cue, Haku regarded right beside Naruto with an involved look on her face. I have an extraordinary disease, said Zabuza as he quickly coughed up blood. I'm afraid I don't have plenty time left. Haku, you're now a swordsman of the mist. Zabuza stands up to face Naruto. Naruto, said the dying Zabuza, despite the fact that she isn't my daughter, I can come up with my blessing need to you decide to be along with her in love. Just promise me that you may treat her proper. Zabuza coughed as more blood left his mouth. Zabuza, yelled Naruto as he unsealed 3 katanas, one in every hand and the other in his mouth. You will no longer die because of a few weak disease. No, you may die through my hands. Zabuza ripped the bandages off of his face to reveal blood dripping from his mouth with a maniacal smile ran throughout his face. I love your style, Straw Hat, said Zabuza as he gripped the blade and were given into combat position. Warriors do no longer die by time or ailment. No, they die by way of the blade. The Kiranin rushed in the direction of the Konoha Nin and with powerful swings. All the blades clashed as Haku jumped away to offer the dueling swordsman their space. Naruto leapt again as a crowd began to shape. What's that dope doing? Requested Yuzum. If all people need to combat one of the 7 swordsmen, it must be me. Earlier than Yuzum could interfere, Haku appeared earlier than her and stated, this combat is a fight to the demise among Zabuza-sama and Naruto-sama. If each person dares to interfere, I'm able to forestall you without prejudice. Sasuke turned into about to spark off his Sharingan, however Kakashi stopped him and gave him a look. That is a fight among swordsmen who train their entire lives for live and die with the aid of the blade, stated Kakashi as he watched the giant cleaver slam towards 3 smaller blades. To replicate their capabilities now might be nothing however petty thievery. Zabuza went for an overhead cleave earlier than Naruto dodged the giant blade. Naruto sheathed the sword from his mouth and rushed in along with his body near the ground. Blades crossed. With Zabuza ultimate and together with his blade prepared to swing. Dual blades, falcon swoop. Naruto shouted as he and Zabuza ended up in the back of every other. Zabuza fell to his knees as 2 big gashes tore from his shins because the left sleeve of Naruto's jacket fell with blood slowly dripping from his wound. Your talents with all 3 blades are something, Straw Hat, said Zabuza as he stood up, ignoring the gushing blood from his wounds. What do you name that style? Naruto locationed the blade again into his mouth and stated, Santoryu, 3 swords, a fashion in which one has a blade in every hand and one inside the mouth. Zabuza let loose a chuckle as more blood dripped from his mouth and wounds. I feel the disease, Naruto, said Zabuza as he rushed towards his opponent. Permits finish this once and for all. Naruto accompanied as he crossed hands, letting the blades whistle through the wind. For Zabuza, time seemed to slow down as every step the soldiers took made a loud, deafening crunch. Thump thump. Both warriors saw in photograph update their opponent. Thump thump. Naruto saw a blue demon with a large bladed kanabo ready to quit his lifestyles with one hellish swing. Thump thump. Zabuza noticed the very Shinigami earlier than him, prepared to cease his existence by blade or disorder. Thump thump. Each swordsman swung their respective blades in painful gradual motion. Thump. Everyone watched in lethal anticipation as the conflict of metal echoed through the woodland as both warring parties stood in the back of every different. I desire to recognize that technique, said Zabuza because the massive blade fell from his hands. That fell me. Naruto heard the blade hit the moist floor and felt the final breath. Santoryu, stated Naruto as blood slowly ran down his face from the sparkling wound throughout his face. Shinigami's final breath. Blood sprayed violently from Zabuza's chest because the demised ninja fell to his knees. Thank you, stated Zabuza as his body fell forward. Naruto. Zabuza's frame fell into the puddle of blood and dew as Naruto sealed the blades away. The demon of the mist turned into now slain. Haku, said Naruto as he walked as much as her. I am terribly sorry. Abu Naruto never end his concept as he felt Haku's lips on his very own and getting a flavor of a groovy minty sensation. I'm sorry Naruto-kun, stated Haku after she broke the kiss in a blush. But even in view that I saw you within the fields a pair days in the past, I couldn't depart my mind of you. Haku saw Naruto just stood there with a greatly surprised appearance on his face. Naruto-kun? Requested Haku as she gently shook the blonde's shoulder. Most effective to see him crumble. Naruto-kun. Naruto soon discovered himself in his mind with the Straw Hat Pirates surrounding him. I handed out upon getting a kiss, did not I? Requested Naruto as Robin helped him to his toes. Naruto felt something hit his return and noticed Frankie giving him a devilish grin. Looks as if our amazing host just became a splendid participant, said Frankie as he laughed at Naruto's purple face. Ah, young love, that continually convey a tear into my eyes, said Brook, although I am a skeleton and I cannot shed any tears or have any eyes. Yo-ho-ho-ho. Skull comic story. Brook's laughter turned into joined by Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper as Naruto could not assist however snicker at their antics. Naruto soon paled as he remembered one key trouble. His marriage agreement with the Hyugas. Don't worry, Naruto-san, stated Robin as she knew what the blonde was thinking. I'm certain that a compromise can be settled. Naruto hugged Robin as he stated. Thanks, Ka-san. That conflict with Zabuza, stated Zoro as he gave Naruto an extended hard appearance, was the right component to do. Naruto grew to become to face Zoro, his teacher, and bowed knowing that to die with the aid of the blade changed into the only manner a real warrior may want to ever die. Thanks, Zoro-sama, said Naruto, understanding that he made both Zoro and Zabuza proud with this struggle. Outdoor Naruto's thoughts. Haku had positioned the unconscious Naruto in bed, with Zabuza's blade resting upon her back. Your sensei had told me approximately the wedding settlement, stated Haku as she ruffled Naruto's spiky hair. I am willing to percentage you, but I'm additionally inclined to just accept your friendship if you cannot come up with the money for to proportion your heart. Haku lightly kissed Naruto on his forehead and lied down at the mattress subsequent to him as she hummed the song she heard from the struggle. She could have also sworn she felt Zabuza's presence as she let sleep take over. The bridge become completed as Group 7 and Haku have been warding off to Konohagakure because the bridge builder stated, this bridge shall be known as the Remarkable Naruto Bridge because it shall be a symbol of freedom and peace. As Group 7 walked closer to their home, Yuzum couldn't assist but glare at her brother as he began singing that song from the bridge in an extra upbeat style as Haku was at his facet, listening to the tune. Kakashi changed into pleased with Naruto for preventing a criminal warlord. However, he became barely fearful by way of what the blonde had completed. Wherein did Naruto learn how to solid such a genjutsu? Kakashi asked himself as he had by no means visible Naruto educate with his family. Best on the academy. Where did he even discover ways to use a sword like that? Hate? Hiya, Dobe, said Sasuke as he interrupted Naruto's making a song. Why didn't your taking up the pride of being referred to as a hero? All and sundry turned into amaze that Naruto refused to be known as the hero of the bridge while the villagers had presented it. You have to bear in mind what I said, Naruto replied. I refuse to be referred to as a hero there, as such a title can corrupt someone, as I have seen what that kind of corruption can do to a person, and except. All people there waited for Naruto to finish his speech with his words of knowledge. I am now not singing to all the ones people so a mob of women can tear me limb from limb, stated Naruto as all people simply face vaulted at the ground. Minato looked at Crew 7 as Kakashi informed him of what had occurred. Minato became surprised that his own son had mowed down a military of thugs and took down a criminal warlord, however earlier than he had his doubts. Haku subsidized what Kakashi stated as she had witnessed Naruto's power. Properly, said Minato, Congratulations to Group 7 for a hit task. Now, I have to ask that Haku is to record return to me later in an effort to turn out to be a Konoha shinobi. However, I would love to speak to Naruto by myself. Brushed off. The workplace soon became empty with only Minato and Naruto. Naruto, stated Minato with a grin. I am personally proud that, no, I am extremely proud that my son took down an whole military and a crook warlord by himself. I just never notioned it'd show up so soon. Now, I would love to. Minato became interrupted whilst Naruto raised his hand to silence Minato. Pardon the interruption, Hokage-sama, stated Naruto as he diminished his hand. But I would love to keep my competencies and electricity a secret from quite a few humans, even from a number of the people here. Minato let out a sigh and stated, Your mom and I visited the shrine you made. Naruto's eyes soon became an icy bloodless glare and Minato froze a touch. We simplest visited the shrine, said Minato as he recomposed himself. You may ask Sakura now, why would you build a shrine to the nine-tailed fox? Naruto's glare hardened on the mentioning of Kurama. My father, said Naruto as he emphasized Kurama's role, died years in the past. I'm thankful of the buddies he brought me when he had died, and they have become the family I. Naruto's hateful glare quickly softened notably to a sight of depression as he remembered Kurama's death. I must be going, Hokage-sama, stated Naruto as he slowly commenced for the door. I need to talk to Hyuga-sen approximately the wedding settlement. After Naruto left, Minato scolded himself for bringing up a sensitive challenge. Minato calmed himself down and tried to return to his office work, handiest to look his mind blocked by Naruto. I may want to restoration this Naruto, said Minato as a lone tear slid down his face. I wish that will help you experience like a member of this family. Naruto was sitting in Hayashi Hyuga's office at the Hyuga estate with Hayashi Hyuga, the head of the Hyuga clan and father of his betrothed, Hinata. And Naruto had just asked his future father-in-law of a possible compromise. What you ask may be possible, said Hayashi with a stoic face, only if both Hinata and Haku agree. I myself see nothing wrong as Haku is the last member of her clan and once she becomes a leaf shinobi, she can enact the clan restoration act if she wants to. Naruto lightly bowed towards Hayashi, thanking him for his help, and he soon left, even with the very little emotion Hayashi, or any of the Hyugas aside from Hinata and her sister, show, Naruto thought as he walked down the hall. This place still sends shivers down my spine. Naruto was nevertheless happy that Hayashi agreed to the compromise. As Naruto entered the living room, he saw Haku and Hinata chatting on the sofa. Naruto-kun, said Hinata as she got off the sofa and hugged her future husband. Haku and I have been talking and we both agreed to share you. Naruto soon fell as Haku had tackled him into a great big hug with Hinata following. That's great, girls, choked Naruto with his face turning blue. Can you let go of me? I can't breathe. Both girls let go as their betrothed was soon gasping for air. Zabuza-sama will be so proud of me, cheered Haku with Hinata hugging. Agreed to have Haku stay with Hinata until she was able to get a home of her own. As Naruto left the estate, Naruto made it to Kurama's shrine and sat down in front of it. You wouldn't believe my luck too-san, said Naruto as he lit incense and placed them in front of the scarred tree. But I now have 2 future wives. That Haku girl I told you about, well, she and Hinata agreed to share me and even Hayashi agreed to the idea. Silence soon followed. I know you're very proud of me too-san, said Naruto as he smiled. Even the Hokage is proud of me. But you will always be the one I recognize first. Even if I can't visit you all the time, I still think of you. More silence. Thank you for always being there for me in my thoughts, too-san, said Naruto as he soon said a silent prayer and left. Unbeknownst to the blonde, a red-haired girl with yellow highlights had followed him and approached the shrine. I need to know how that dope brother of mine got such power, said Yuzum as she glared at the makeshift shrine. But you're connected to this somehow, I can feel it. Yuzum left the shrine to follow her brother, and saw him slam his feet to the ground. Steam slowly rolled of Naruto before he vanished. What the hell was that? Cried Yuzum as she tried to catch up. How the hell is he that fast? After a few minutes of chasing an orange blur, Yuzum lost her brother and began swearing up a storm. Naruto made it to his team's training ground thanks to his gum style. Second gear with plenty of time to spare and decided to summon some shadow clones and train. His training was soon cut short as Sasuke and Yuzum arrived and began to attack Naruto. Alright, dope, said Sasuke as he threw some shuriken at Naruto. only to miss as Naruto gracefully ducked. "Tell us who trained you." Uzum soon rushed behind Naruto with the family sword, Arashinomi, and began swinging. "That power should belong to us," cried Uzum as she swung the blade, and Naruto to only dodge gracefully after each swing. "Now hold still." Feeling that enough was enough, Naruto flashed some hand seals and said, "Blossom style. Vincarter prison fluers * jutsu." Both Sasuke and Uzum felt something hold them back and saw arms and hands all over their bodies, holding them in place. "I believe that's enough," said Kakashi as he suddenly appeared out of nowhere. "You can let them go, Naruto." Naruto nodded and made the arms vanish, and as soon as Sasuke got back up he performed the same hand seals that Naruto had done. "Blossom style. Vincarter prison fluers * jutsu," said Sasuke and waited for the jutsu to appear. Nothing happened as Naruto began to laugh, angering both Sasuke and Uzum. Uzum then tried to do the same as she quickly memorized the hand seals, only for nothing to happen again. "All of my awesome skills and power belong only to me," said Naruto as he calmed his laughter. "Although I can teach some of the skills and pass some of the powers, but they belong only to me." Frustrated, Uzum lunged towards Naruto with Arashinomi aimed at his heart, but she was stopped by Kushina redirecting the blade toward the ground. "Your sensei said that was enough," said Kushina as she stared down her daughter. "Even though you and Sasuke decided to attack your own teammate just because he has something you don't." Kushina then pulled Uzum up by her ear and said, "As of now, young lady, you are grounded until the Chunin exams. That means no allowance or use of the family weapons for 1 week. I'll let Mikoto deal with Sasuke's punishment. Now you are coming home with me right now so your father hears about this." Kushina then shujuned away with Sasuke and Uzum in tow, leaving Naruto and Kakashi alone in the training field. "Well," said Kakashi as he rubbed the back of his head, "I guess I could train you or just give you the rest of the day off." "You saw, didn't you?" said Naruto as he lowered the brim of his straw hat. Kakashi sighed as he told Naruto about how he watched the recent fight and how Minato had asked him to try and learn more about Naruto's power. "I'm not going to tell you everything, Kakashi-sensei," said Naruto, "but I will tell you about Haki." Kakashi had a look of confusion on his face and said, "Well, Naruto-sensei, tell me about Haki." Naruto chuckled at the thought of a Jonin calling a Genin sensei. Naruto let his hat fall behind his head and cleared his throat. "Haki is a unique ability that anyone can possess," said Naruto as he saw Kakashi pull out a notepad and pencil. "There are 3 types of Haki. First there's observational Haki. What you saw me just do in the fight. Observational Haki is just a series of movement that allow me to dodge incoming attacks as I observe my surroundings. Then there's armament Haki, which not only provides protection as the body becomes armor, but makes physical attacks stronger. I never use it much since I can get protection and power through chakra. Lastly, there's Conqueror's Haki, a literal showstopper as anyone within range pretty much pass out from the sudden injection of fear. The first 2 Hakis can be learned, but only a small handful can possess all 3, so don't be disappointed if you can't use it. No offense." "None taken," said Kakashi as he finished writing down his notes. "I can let sensei know about this." "And Naruto? He really is sorry about what he has done over the years and wants to try to make it up to you by giving back your title as Uzumaki clan heir." At first Naruto wanted to refuse, but he decided that he should at least let his parents try to rebuild the broken bonds. "Nice to have my title back after Uzum stole it," said Naruto as he headed towards home, glad that he got what was rightfully his back. At the Namake's estate, Minato had just finished scolding his daughter about her actions towards Naruto. Minato soon saw his son enter and went into the kitchen with Kakashi following, sitting beside Minato. "So what did you learn, Kakashi?" asked Minato, ignoring the voice in his head telling him to save what his student had learned for later. Kakashi handed Minato his notepad and told him what Naruto had taught him about Haki. "With what Naruto knows about Haki," said Minato before Kushina interrupted him. "Naruto had a long day, Minato, and he's tired, so you can just ask him later when he's in a better mood," said Kushina. Glared at her husband and Kakashi. But at least he was happy that his title of clan heir is back. Naruto entered his room and was about to get ready for a shower when he saw a small package on his bed and a letter. Naruto sat on the bed and opened the letter, seeing that it was from Kushina. "Naruto, I know that your father and I haven't been the best parents. In fact, we've been the worst as we ignored you for your sister. I've even thought of valid excuses. but they would never work as much as we would hope for. Your father, no, Minato and I visited the shrine you made for Kurama, the nine-tailed fox, and learned how he was more of a parent than either of us could have been, so I got you a little something for you to have for the shrine, and I even got you an extra one for you to have with you so that Kurama can always be with you. I know it may look like I'm trying to make up for lost time, and I am, but I am willing to wait for your love. I am also willing to help you whenever you need it, for support and not as a mother, until I am worthy of that title in your eyes. So you can come to me if you need anything. I will always love you, Kushina. P.S. Sorry about going into your room without your permission only to leave this gift, but I needed to give you this without a lot of problems. Naruto set the letter down and opened the package and saw a small onyx memory tablet made of glass with Kurama engraved with red letters and a small red talisman with 9 foxtails entangled within each. Naruto smiled at the thought and said, "Thank you, Kushina-san." The next week went by fast as Naruto had to deal with both Yuzume's and Sasuke's complaining. Apparently, Mikoto had Sasuke's Sharingan sealed until the Chunin exams, and along with Yuzume, the two of them had to treat Naruto for their lunch breaks. Naruto had also decided to train Kakashi and a few other Jonin, and some Anbu Haki, and learn some jutsus in return. Flashback Jutsu. Naruto stood in front of his students of Jonin and Anbu who attended the lessons of Haki. Even Anko and Ibiki were there as Naruto impressed them with his demonstration of both observational and armament Haki by having Guy attack him. The green-clad Jonin could barely hurt Naruto, let alone hit him, as Guy threw punch after punch. "Alright, my awesome students," said Naruto as he adjusted his straw hat. "Time for Conqueror's Haki." The blonde motioned 5 Anbu members to attack him, and what followed was surprising. "Stop!" yelled Naruto as the 5 masked shinobi froze in place and soon collapsed with foam leaking from the side of their masks. "That, my students," said Naruto as he saw the stunned looks on everyone's face, "was the Conqueror's Haki, a special Haki that only a few can possess, much like the killer intent we can send out. This Haki instills fear into your targets, and you can use it on a lone target, or a range of targets. If uncontrolled, Conqueror's Haki can make a whole army pass out on a widespread scale. But for those who unlock it, you can adjust the range with proper control." Naruto then looked at his students and said, "Who's first?" End flashback jutsu. Naruto did discover that a few of his students did possess the Conqueror's Haki and gave them a few exercises on how to build up their control. Of all people to have the Conqueror's Haki, Naruto thought to himself, Kurenai-sensei's is more intimidating with those red eyes of hers. Naruto did decide to tell Kushina about the Straw Hat Pirates and the abilities he obtained, with the exception of his soul style, and even told her the roles that each one of them played. Robin was his mother figure, Sanji and Zoro were the uncles, Brook was obviously the grandfather, Nami had the role of older sister, Luffy, Usopp and Chopper were Naruto's brothers, and Frankie being his best friend. Kushina was disappointed that the mother role was taken from her, but she was willing to help Naruto in any way possible. Minato was only told about the Straw Hat Pirates as Naruto didn't trust the Hokage enough with the information about his powers. Naruto did mention that when Kurama had passed on, the Demon Fox convinced the Shinigami to have 9 new souls sealed inside Naruto so that the boy could get a fresh start on a new family. Naruto was at his team's training ground watching the clouds go by as both Yuzume and Sasuke were jumping for joy as their punishment had ended as Kakashi handed them the tickets for entry to the Chunin exams. Naruto was at the academy with his team and entered the room. "You all better watch out as Yuzume Namikaze is here to kick your asses," said Yuzume, receiving glares from all of the Chunin hopefuls. "You just made us into targets," said Naruto as he face-palmed at his sister's stupidity. Naruto quickly sent out a weak wave of Haki to scare the competition, mentally berating his sister for almost making them a target. Naruto then saw the other members of the Konoha Rookie 12, Shikamaru, Ino, Choji, Hinata, Kiba and Akamaru, Shino, Lee, Tenten, and Niji. Naruto soon saw a young teenage boy with glasses and talk about ninja info cards. He wasn't surprised at the stats of his sister and Lee. He knew how powerful the two of them were. But what caught his eye was information about him and some kid named Gaara. Gaara no Sabuku had completed more than a handful of missions. Some were high-ranked, and he completed them without a single scratch on him. Can he use Haki? Naruto asked himself. Or is it something else? Then the guy with the ninja info cards had info on Naruto and his powers, causing some alarms to go off. Naruto made some hand seals and some mummy-looking person walked up to him and asked about the hand seals. Just practicing the speed of my hand seals for when I learn one of those long-ass jutsus, said Naruto as he continued making hand seals, like water style, water dragon jutsu. In reality, Naruto had just summoned a blossom clone and sent it to the Hokage about a possible spy within the ranks by the name of Kabuto Yakushi. The first proctor entered and said, "I am Ibiki Marino and I'm here to welcome you to hell." Naruto felt the killer intent Ibiki sent, and he could tell some of the other hopefuls were frightened by this giant before them. Time for the fun to begin, Naruto thought as he took his seat for the first part of the exams, a lesson in cheating.